They are the unsung heroes.
In my hand, I hold the top 3 names. Step forward when your name is called.
The men and women who keep the lights on and society humming. They are electricians. Since 2016, they've been getting the recognition they deserve. Because Ideal Industries presents the Ideal National Championship. The competition where electricians become legends. We're going to crown the best electricians in the US and Canada. Stay tuned, the atmosphere is charged. For over 100 years, Ideal Industries has committed to elevating the electrical trade and has become a growing global enterprise, serving technicians and workers across a wide range of industries, from electrical and construction to aerospace and automotive. Yet at its heart, Ideal is a family-owned business, based in the US, committed to local manufacturing and jobs, giving back to the communities it serves and supporting electricians of all levels, from apprentices learning the trade to seasoned journeymen at the top of their game. Ideal aims to encourage, develop, and grow the next generation of electricians in this exciting and vital field. Welcome to the 2018 Ideal National Championship from Disney's Coronado Springs Resort in Orlando, Florida. Created by Ideal Electrical.
I'm your host, Chip Wade. Electricians from across North America have spent the past few months qualifying for a chance to compete for their share of over $600,000 in cash and prizes, and to see who will ultimately get crowned the Ideal National Champion.
Now in its 3rd year, the Ideal National Championships have grown to a competition now encompassing the US and Canada. In preparation for this year's showdown, over 70 people have prepared 400 lights, miles of ENT, and hundreds of thousands of dollars in lumber to make the 2018 Ideal National Championship bigger, better, and more challenging than ever.
Over the next 30 minutes, North America's top student apprentice and professional electricians will square off in individual and team skills events. Here's a look at the competition.
In the year-long journey leading up to the Ideal National Championship, qualifying rounds were held across the US and Canada. Over 40,000 electricians competed in over 1,000 qualifying events to make it to championship weekend here in Orlando, Florida. Only 165 electricians made the cut. 4 of these journeys were chronicled in Ideal's digital series, Wire to Wire. One of those electricians is Angela Penna.
Last year, Angela Penna's husband, Andreas, and his teammates took home the team title for Minneapolis JATC. This year, Angela and her teammates are looking to keep the Student Apprentice Team Competition trophy in the family with a win of their own.
Most job sites, it's all men. I've had issues with guys saying, you know what, I don't know if you've noticed or not, but we've only been having you do finishing work because you're a woman. Pulling rope and wire, that's a man's job. And I told them flat out, I can deadlift 175 pounds. I have no issue pulling my weight at all. I think we need to change that because women can do this as well. You know, guys, I'm sorry, but what you can do, I can do better. For the first time I've heard about the Ideal National Challenge in 2017, I decided to do it with the team. I love to be with people and teamwork, and we can get a lot more achieved, I think, that way. We actually finished in 4th. I had to pick a new team this year. I'm going to have a new partner, Cody. We also found Jake Thonis. The biggest secret to building the team, just got to be able to work with each other. I think just having that foundation really helps, especially with communication. The path I've chosen is mostly to help me, help my family, my daughter, my husband, just achieve the most we can out of life. This year, we're gonna rock it.
Are we all ready? 3, 2, 1, go!
The challenge for the Student Apprentice Team Competition was a living room rough-in. Angela's team wasted no time getting to work marking, measuring, and drilling. If she and her teammates of Minneapolis JATC Elite 3 are going to win, they're going to have to get past returning champ Jeremy Welly, whose team included another strong woman competitor. This year, he's got 2 new teammates in brother-sister duo Catherine and Patrick Flannery. With Patrick working on the ceiling, Catherine handling things down low, and Jeremy covering everything in between, the Jay Beecher Minneapolis JATC crew looked to have things well under control. What was y'all's strategy?
You know, we had one guy jump on the ladder, kind of take care of some of that high stuff, and we just went one after another chasing around the outside of the house.
It's not the time to slow down, teams. Come on, student apprentices.
With the end of the round rapidly approaching, all but one of the student apprentice teams are still working, and we're well into penalty time.
Well, my strategy was to go up and over with all my home runs that I needed to, my cable, my cans, my fan, everything done off that ladder.
3, 2, 1, done!
The work is done for Angela and Team Elite 3. Was it enough to claim the title? We'll find out right now.
Why don't we start with the Student and Apprentice Team Awards, shall we? All right, we're going to start with first place. We're going right in. We're diving right in the pool. First place from Minneapolis, Minnesota, Jay Beecher, Minneapolis JATC, is the Student Apprentice Team Ideal National Champion. Come on up. Catherine Flannery, Patrick Flannery, and Jeremy Welly.
Coach, thank you, and we're really appreciative for this great honor.
Congratulations to Catherine Flannery of Student Apprentice Team Jay Beecher Minneapolis JATC for becoming the first female champion in Ideal National Championship history. In a disappointing turn of events, Angela Penna and her team did not claim the top Student Apprentice prize. We caught up with Angela after the results.
I am definitely going to go back again next year, going to be more prepped, and we are going to rock this.
Now, on to the professional team competition. The pro teams were tasked with a simulated business office. 2017 champs Kellenberger Electric and the 2016 champs Multitech Electric squared off against the likes of Angela Penna's husband, Andreas, and his teammates from Minneapolis All-Stars.
Do you have any half-inch connectors over there? Half-inch connectors on floor?
3, 2, 1, done! Stop it! Put it down! Wow!
How does it feel to not get finished with a challenge?
Doesn't feel good. No.
No, I can't imagine. I saw it in your faces. You wanted to finish.
Yeah.
What was left?
2 switches and 1 neutral splice.
How long would that have taken?
30 seconds.
When all was said and done, we wrote another line in the annals of Ideal National Championship history with our first repeat victors. Greg Anlicker and the boys of Kellenberger Electric won the professional team competition for a second year in a row and took home the $60,000 grand prize.
I can't explain. It's pretty intense.
This whole weekend is about as much fun as you'll have all year, period. We're getting ready for next year. We're pumped.
Congrats to our student apprentice and professional team champs. Now it's on to the solo rounds. First up are the student apprentice individuals. In the electrical trade, electricians spend 5 years as a student apprentice, working and going to school simultaneously. After completing their 5-year apprenticeship, they become professionals, known in the trade as journeymen.
64 of North America's top student apprentices took to the arena for a 4-round skills showdown that proved to be the best competition this national championship has seen yet. Among the standouts is Corbin Rios, who won the inaugural competition in 2016 and proved that winning is about more than being the best electrician. It helped his family financially in a time of need.
Coming up on 2 years, my son, Noah, we went to the doctor. They had found a blood clot in his brain. I tried out for the competition, and doing it for him was my main motivation. Last year, the day we actually left for the competition was the day we got the news that he doesn't have to take shots anymore. Came to play here and ended up winning the whole thing. Definitely winning helped with the medical and getting everything taken care of for him.
Life is precious and it's not guaranteed. We have fun and enjoy every minute that we have we really saw that and really got to experience it firsthand.
The union, we're known as a brotherhood of electrical workers, and they're there for you. If you need something, that you always have a brother you can lean on or a sister in the trade. This competition has opened doors for me, and I qualified and wasn't sure how it was going to go, and the next thing you know, I'm the champion of the first year. I'm hoping I can put a good competition in this year, and obviously my goal is to win.
The first round, Corbin and the other student apprentices faced a challenge that saw them drilling wooden studs to pull in the correct cables for different circuit configurations. At the end of the first round, 64 became 28. Round 2 was all about conduit bending. 40 minutes to show the judges their best back-to-back 90s, as well as 3-point and 4-point saddle bends.
I figured we were going to have a 3-bend just because it's a difficult thing, and it'd really thin out the crowd with who has and who has not done it, because it is a very hard task to do it if you've never done it.
And from 28, only 8 made it to the semifinals. The semifinals featured a challenge we affectionately call Roller Coaster 2.0. It was all about installing conductors and wiring switches.
You know this is about speed, right?
Oh, it's going to be quick and dirty.
Simple task.
Yeah.
Top 3, I think it's going to be time.
It's all going to be in the box.
It's all going to be in the box.
At the end of 3 rounds, only 3 student apprentices were left standing.
In my hand, I hold the top 3 names. Step forward when your name is called. Michael Yass. Congratulations, Michael.
Benjamin Budd. And let's give it up for Corbin Rios. Let's bring in our final top 3 student apprentice.
Super Dad Corbin Rios is back in the finals once again. Corbin is joined by last year's winner, Michael Yass, the odds-on favorite to repeat, and new face, Benjamin Budd. The final challenge is a new construction and remodel. The challengers are given 75 minutes to install pipe, outlets, and to run wire to various devices you'd find in a home setting. The competitors will be judged on craftsmanship and safety.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go!
Finals newcomer Benjamin Budd starts on the left side of his station, measuring and installing junction boxes near the service panel. Then he moves on to working with his conduit. Right now it looks like we've got a significant challenger for Michael Yass and Corbin Rios. We'll find out soon enough if he's as good as advertised.
Was anything slowing you up there?
Yeah, I've never seen those cutting boxes before. They were definitely different than anything I've ever done before.
It's no surprise that 2017 Student Apprentice champ Michael Yass is back in the finals again this year. His workmanship and overall quality are a testament to why. He started with the MC cabling and looped back around from there.
Tell me about the strategy of what you started with.
Worked my way around. I tried to mark everything out where it went, and then I ran with it. Took the boxes, tried to make it as nice as possible, and, do my thing.
Corbin Rios came off the starting block strong, but then quickly ran into some trouble.
What a battle. How you feeling?
I lost a lot of time just trying to keep my glasses on my face because my regular prescription glasses just kept sliding. But other than that, I thought my plan was going okay.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Sorry.
It's time to find out if Corbin's slippery glasses will cost him in the judging, and ultimately the $30,000 Student Apprentice Competition grand prize.
All right, we're going to start with 3rd place. Please give a big round of applause to Corbin Rios. In 1st place, your ideal national champion is Benjamin Budd.
I was just really happy to come here again, and I'm just so happy to make it this far and won 1st place. I'm still in shock.
The Becoming a journeyman electrician is no small task. It requires 3 to 5 years of training, study, and commitment. And it's not a solitary occupation. Every electrician who reaches journeyman status had a community of family, teachers, mentors, and supportive colleagues along the way. Becoming an electrician is more than just a job. It's a fellowship.
And now, on to the main event. Last year's champion, Roman Rzuski, has once again made it down to Orlando, Florida, in the defense of his titles. Over the course of 4 rounds, the field was paired from 65 down to the final 3, who will face off for $75,000 and the title of Ideal National Champion.
In an unexpected turn of events, last year's professional champion Roman suffered significant injuries just weeks before the contest.
I climbed on the ladder, and the ladder just collapsed on me. I had a concussion. And yeah, after that, they find out I have a separation in my shoulder. The doctor says, this is permanent.
Cleared to participate by his doctors just hours before the start of the competition, Roman has shown that he will stop at nothing to defend his crown. This should come as no surprise to those who know him best, and he's been preparing for moments like these since his childhood on a rural farm in Poland.
Back of the days on the farms over in Poland, every farmer has to be handy because there wasn't any repair shops. To repair anything around the farm, you have to do yourself.
No to cośmy robili jako rodzina. Pracowali na roli i tyle było. Cała rodzina, co kto mógł.
Trade school I started if I was 15. Going to the school, I already start having the knowledge. I just use the practice on the farm. My 5th year, I was able to do any electrical work anywhere.
If I can keep consistent and keep my eyes open on all the aspects, that will help me. I'm not worried about any physical challenge because I was a kid, I was doing much harder things than I'm doing now. You gotta be consistent. Whatever you plan, you gotta stick to the plan. I'm gonna win this year, no matter what.
Among the competitors vying for a shot at dethroning Roman are last year's other 2 top finishers, Greg Anliker and Seth Agnew. Seth's journey back to the top has been especially wrought this year, as he's not only battling the best electrician in North America, but he's fighting for his life against a severe case of Lyme disease.
I love everything there is about being an electrician. It's been my passion since I was 14 years old. We're in the process of building our home to hopefully facilitate more kids. I'll just keep working until I can't physically work any longer and I collapse. I was diagnosed with Lyme disease August of 2016.
Seeing this very athletic, very physically capable man that I love basically disintegrate into a 90-year-old man and can't play with our kids at his worst days. So it's been hard.
The doctors that I had spoken with had said, Seth, I've never seen a case this bad. I'm not saying you're not gonna make it, but basically, this is very serious. You really need to start thinking about what this might look like for your life. I really want to have a better life for my family, to pass on a legacy.
With the house construction, with the travel and everything, he is not doing well right now. He is probably, maybe 20% of where he should be. But yeah, we plan on coming in hot and ready this time. I definitely think that my husband will take first.
This year, it's on. I've got all the tools I need. I've been practicing. I'm in it to win it. And I have no idea what's going to happen because this is a different year for me and different set of problems, and it's been the hardest year of my life. So whatever happens, happens.
Hey, Greg, how we doing?
Good, how are you?
Good to see you.
Back-to-back pro team champion Greg Anliker is looking to complete the sweep with a victory in the individual pro competition. He makes it look easy, as the secret to his success has been knowing how to play to his strengths every step of the way.
Growing up, I had 5 siblings. Saturdays always was like work around the house. We didn't take stuff anywhere to get fixed or whatever, so Most definitely. There was a lot of hands-on with Dad.
A lot of the little projects we did around home, you fix things. You didn't replace them.
Well, I worked for a man right out of high school in construction. Greg got a job working for him, too, so we worked together. We built a house out in my neighborhood.
I had no idea what I was kind of getting into. I thought electricians, like I said, ran little tiny conduit, little tiny wire in a house. And then I get in, and day one, I literally thought I was going to collapse. Day two, I get sent in a tunnel underneath the school, putting heat detectors in, laying on a little creeper on my back all day, hot boiler pipes, you know, dirty. I'm like, this isn't really what I thought it was going to be. But after day two, everything was uphill. One day, there's no building there. 2 months later, I'm flipping the switches on, you know, everything's coming to life, and I can see it all. It's that sense of accomplishment. Every day I show up and try to give, you know, 110%. So on a daily basis, I'm kind of always trying to prep myself for the competition.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go!
I don't know what to expect as for what the task will be, but I kind of know the routine on how it goes or whatever, so I feel a little bit of an advantage having been here before.
The first 2 rounds were tough, the toughest in Nationals history. For some of our electricians, simply finishing the challenge was accomplishment enough. Returning pro competitor and this year's most dramatic round finish nominee, Jeremiah Bibby, left it all out on the floor.
Hi, Mom. Hi, Holly, back home. I love you. God bless everybody. I'm glad to be here.
Consensus among the competitors is that this year's challenge is by far the most physical and tiring national championship yet.
It's extremely hard. I mean, everything's physical. Your body's worn out. Everything you do. I mean, last year, it's Romex, it's wire, it's simple, it's flexible. You know, pipe, not so much. You got to build the system, make it right, then run the wires and splice it. And everything they do, we're up, we're down, we're over. I'm definitely a lot more sore this year than last year.
All of last year's top 3 made it to the semifinals. Roman worked practically one-handed. Greg showed the form that made him an all-star. And Seth soldiered through, proving nothing can hold him back.
From the top 8, moving into the finals. To the top 3, please take a big step forward. Eric Martin. Greg Etliker. Congratulations. There's only one spot left. Who's it gonna be? Roman Rzuski! Again! Congratulations, everybody!
2016 champion and 2017 runner-up Greg Etliker finds himself in the finals yet again. Greg entered this year's competition in an unfamiliar position as the underdog to reigning champ Roman Rzuski. But if we've learned anything about Greg over the years, he's a force to be reckoned with. First-time finalist Eric Martin out of Shakopee, Minnesota, has made a bold statement to the field, beating out a crowd of talented electricians in his bid for the top 3. He sits in the unenviable position of facing off against 2 previous national champs. But if anyone can pull off the upset, it's Eric. Defending champ Roman Rzuski made it back to the finals despite his injured shoulder. Does he have enough left in the tank to make history and claim a title a 2nd year in a row? We're moments away from finding out. For the final, the pros are challenged with a residential service install. They have 75 minutes to complete the challenge. All work must meet NEC standards.
3, 2, 1, go!
Eric approached the challenge with poise, control, and discipline, a clear reflection of his years of experience. Don't let his cool exterior and calm demeanor fool you. He's pouring every ounce of energy he has left into this challenge.
Just describe how exhausting that was.
Very exhausting. Since all day long, I'm just wiped. I don't have anything left.
So you happy? You excited?
Okay, I made it this far. Went from 8th to top 3.
Over at Roman's station, it's hard to tell how much his shoulder is affecting it. He's relying a lot more on his ladder compared to years past, but he's up and down it with a sense of urgency.
I seen that stopping the Rome, I'm like, hour is not enough. It's like, if it's 75 minutes.
With Roman finishing first, Greg is still working. Usually the first one done, waiting for everyone else to finish. Greg seemed to have met his match with this challenge. From early on in the round, he had sweat beading on his face.
Did it go according to your game plan? I know there's a lot that goes into it.
No game plan, just get it done.
You think you made any mistakes?
One screw holding the fixture up.
One screw holding the fixture, everything else is gonna work?
I think so.
1 second. 1 second.
Greg clocked his timer with less than a second before time expired. Is this the mark of a champion leaving it all out on the field? Or will he find himself lower on the podium for a second year in a row? With the judges getting to work on the final tallies, it's anyone's guess who will take home the trophy and the $75,000 first place prize. Third place in the individual professional. Let's give it up for Eric Martin. They meet again. This is like round 2. This is like the sequel. In first place, your ideal national champion is Greg Anlicker.
I love this industry and I love Ideal.
That's all for the 2018 Ideal National Championship. From Disney's Coronado Springs Resort, on behalf of Ideal Electrical, I'm Chip Wade. Thanks for watching, and stay grounded, America.
Thanks, Ideal. Without them, we wouldn't be here.
I just want to thank Ideal for being awesome and throwing the competition.
Ideal, what they're doing here is great. And every year it's just getting better and better here. And I can't wait to see what next year's going to bring. It's going to be awesome.
Think you've got what it takes to compete with the world's best? Want to see more about Roman, Seth, Greg, and Angela in Wire to Wire? Go to idealnationals.com to watch more stories and to register. The Ideal National Championship will return this year. Don't miss your chance to be a part of the action.